We've got about 2 minutes left, so I'd love to leave the audience with each of you your final thought on the most impactful thing that HR can do to help sales teams. So if we could just go around, Alana, we can start with you.
Sure.
Your 30-second takeaway.
Sure, it'll be a direct dovetail after what Matt just said, but basically it's really important that we manage what we can control. There's a lot in our environment right now that we can't control. So we can control our activities and our behavior. So it's just what Matt said, making sure we've got dialed in the activities that we need our people to be doing and that we're measuring and managing against those as leaders. And we also can control our own thoughts. So being able to take a little time and self-reflection, just like Matt said he does through journaling, but being able to ask yourself, am I looking at this as a problem or an opportunity, and what do I need to do to help my mindset, which will be then more supportive of me doing my behaviors.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Alana. Antonio, what would you say is your final takeaway?
So I always smile when someone says, can you just kind of leave us with one positive? And just to be contrary, can I give you 2 negatives? Because that'll make 1 positive.
Go for it.
So for the HR people listening, I think the first thing I'd say is don't, I know we're all in a uncertain world, including the HR people that are also listening to this, right? So, but messaging and communication has to come from the top. So figure out how to communicate with people. Don't let them feel isolated, right? Because we're physically isolated. That doesn't mean we have to be emotionally or conceptually or we're structurally isolated, but we don't have to be isolated in terms of our core values. I think that a lot of HR people say, hey, listen, I'm always here. My door is always open. If you need to talk to me, you know how to find me. And I'd like to change that to every conversation with our people. We should figure out how loaded they are on a scale of 1 to 10. How loaded are you right now? And how stressed are you right now on a scale of 1 to 10? Figure out loaded and stressed, because that'll give you a better idea of how to respond versus my door is always open. If you need to talk to me, then give me a shout, because nobody does, because it means that they've got to call someone and say, I'm struggling and I don't know what to do and I'm scared, and no one's going to be brave enough to do that. So HR people ask everybody how loaded they are and how stressed they are.
That's a great point. Matt, what about you?
Yeah, along that line, perhaps a little bit of a different angle from an HR perspective is really, I think now's the time to test your tolerances a little bit. And here's what I mean by that. On one hand, we talk about the stages of change and being respectful of that, but I'm sure Antonio and Alana hear it a lot. One of the most common frustrations I hear from our clients is, man, I have all these salespeople and I feel like they're just really active and they're not productive, and I feel like I'm only getting production out of 1 or 2 out of 10. And the reality is Pareto's principle is real, right? I mean, 20% of people make up 80% of results. And so although we're going through change, and we also need to be understanding of people, as an HR representative, I encourage you to really think about how tolerant are you being, because there's an opportunity to ensure that you're aligning yourself to the productive employees in your organization, and that you're not too tolerant, because we still have a business to run and we still have expectations that people have to meet.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm so glad that all of you were able to join. Antonio, Alana, Matt, Robin, thank you so much. And thank you to everyone that was on the call with us today. I hope to see you back for our next webinar. Bye, everyone.
Thanks.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.